game. It's a rich thing.
Welcome everyone to Pivotal Stats, where we talk about data analysis techniques, business intelligence platforms, and much more. So let's go. Hey everyone, welcome to another exciting video about DAX. And today we're going to cover a specific function in DAX which is called related table. And if you have not watched my previous video where I covered related DAX function, I would highly recommend that you go ahead and watch that video first and then come back to this video. Watching that video will help you understand related DAX function and eventually help you understand today's topic in a better manner. Alright, since that's out of the way, let's continue. For covering today's topic, I have created a dummy data, and that dummy data has 4 tables in it. This data contains particular information about students of a particular school. Now, the first table contains the date of birth for a couple of students with their names. The second table contains the roll number that they have in their classes with their names. The third table is the score that they attained for English, Maths and Science in semester 1, and the second table is again the score that they attained in English, Maths and Science in semester 2. So the main topic for today's discussion is the difference between related function and related table function. To help you understand in a better manner, I'll show you examples of each differences with couple of scenarios. And the first difference that is there between both the function is the type of data that it returns. Okay, so assuming that you have already watched my previous video, related function returns a scalar value. So when you apply a related function, it gives you a single value. Okay. However, related table, as a name implies, it returns a table instead of a single value. So let's just quickly see how it impacts us. Okay. So before doing that, I'm going to go to my modeling section here and I'm going to connect these two tables. So I've connected these two tables, the date of birth table and the roll number table. Okay. So that we can write our related functions now. So let me go to this table, date of birth table. I'm going to insert a new column. I'm going to write related and I'm going to fetch roll number from the other table. Now, since my data set is small, I'm not worrying too much about data normalization. So that's why I'm fetching the column directly from that table. As you see, because related function returns a scalar value, I have couple of values here. Now let's see what happens if I use related table here instead of related. Now related table does not give you an option to give a column. Instead, it gives you an option to give a table, right? So that's why I've used roll number here. And when you enter this function here, you will get an error. That is because since this function returns a table, it cannot be converted into a scalar value. That's why it's giving me an error. So how will you use related table then in that case? In order to use related table, you will encapsulate related table inside a iterative function. Like for example, I can use this in SumX, or I can use this in count rows or something like that, right? So I'm going to use this inside a SumX function. So it has given me the roll number for each student name. Now coming to the second difference, cardinality. If you've seen my previous video, we have written the related function inside the fact table and fetched the information from the dimension table and not the other way around. That is because related function works only with many-to-one or one-to-one relationships. So I'll give you an example. I'm going to join this semester 1 score with roll number table here. So now I've created a many-to-one relationship here. So many being in the semester table and one being in the roll number table. Now if I try to apply the related function inside this, so I'm going to say related and I'm going to fetch, let's say roll number, right? It will give me that result. Okay. Also, if you noticed, we created a relationship between only the roll number table, but it is giving me an option to select the column from the date of birth table as well. And it will give me correct results for that. That is because related function follows the many-to-one relationship as long as the chain extends. So although we created this relationship, but this table has a relationship with date of birth table as well. That's why we are able to fetch information from there. But what happens if I do this other way around? So let's say instead of applying my function inside the semester 1 table, I applied my function in roll number table, and I say related, and in the column name it's not giving me the option to select anything from my fact table or anything from my semester 1 table. Okay, that is because, as I said, the related function works from many to one, not from one to many. Okay, so that's why this will not work. But on the contrary, related table function works either way. So related table can work from one to one, one to many to one, or many to many. Okay, so it can work on all direction, any cardinality. Okay, that's the difference. Now, if I want here, I can use related table. Okay, now I'm gonna get, if you see, I can select semester 1 score. However, selecting a table like this does not make sense because it will again give me an error because it's returning a table I want a scalar value. So I can encapsulate this inside a summis function. So it is giving me the total of scores, so clubbing every score together for each student. So let's just see how this will work in a many to one relationship. So right now we just saw how it worked in a one to many, but in a many to one relationship, I can go to my score here, create a new column, and I'm gonna write related table, and I'm using roll number here. Although in this scenario, I can use related as well. That will work just fine. Okay, so it has given me the roll numbers for each students, even though we had many records in this table. Now let's see an interesting scenario where related table works on a many to many relationship, which is not possible using the related function. To create a many to many relationship and to make our lives a bit more easier, I'm going to go to transform data and I'm going to create a unique key in these tables. So I'm going to merge these two columns together so that we can create a unique key. Okay, so to merge, you can just go to transform and click on merge columns, and I can choose a delimiter. So I'm just choosing a delimiter here and press OK. It has merged both the columns together. Similarly for semester 2 score as well, I'm going to select both these columns, click on merge column, select a delimiter, and OK. Okay, so now both of my columns have a unique column which we can use to create that relationship. Okay, so I'm going to close and apply. Now in the modeling tab, as you see, the moment we created that key, automatically Power BI detected that relationship and applied that. Okay, so we are good with this. Now I'm going to go back to this table here and I'm going to create a new column, and I'm going to write related table, and the table being semester 2. Okay, and I'm going to use a summis function because we need a iterative function to work with a related table function. So I'm not going to write any complicated expression here. I just need the semester 2 score here and enter. So as you see, it has fetched the correct results for me. And if you want to just check, A English is 48, A Maths is 55, A Science is 55. So I'm going to just go to semester score. So 48, 55, 55. So it has fetched the correct results for me. So I hope you understood the concept and you will be able to use this in your particular requirements. That's it for today. If you're liking my content, then please consider subscribing to the channel. That would really help me out in the longer run. And I'll see you in the next one. Thank you so much.